All right, so let's take you to this story now, and it's a story that we would have broken some time ago on this channel. The National Youth Development Agency Board of Directors is refuting claims that its CEO, Waseem Carrim, has been suspended. A statement bearing the agency's logo was earlier released, detailing reasons for Carrim's suspension, but the board says that information is not true. Let's speak now to the NYDA chairperson, Asanda Luwaca, who is going to give us some clarity. Ms. Luwaca, thank you very much for giving us your time here. Clarify for us where this media statement could have emanated if the board of the NYDA is disputing it.
Thank you, Koli, for affording us the opportunity to clarify what seems to be a very malicious and well thought of statement. But I think what then becomes important to also find out, particularly as it relates to media houses that did indeed run with the story, was the question of whether, media houses such as Newzroom 24 did indeed verify such claims. I can confidently say that on behalf of the NYDA Board of Directors, we have not suspended this current CEO, Mr. Waseem Carrim, nor has the board ever deliberated on a possibility of such a suspension.
And so, who within the organization has the authority to issue press statements? Because, as you say, this particular media statement bears the patent logo of your organization.
So, on behalf of the agency, all statements would be approved by myself. And so I can say without fear of contradiction that I had not received or even approved such a statement. As a matter of fact, what we are currently in the process with the advice from our legal team is to officially lay a complaint with the press ombudsman as it relates to the manner in which this particular statement was handled, particularly by media houses that would have run with it without, in fact, verifying those particular claims.
Let me ask you this question. If someone out there has malicious intentions against the NYDA, why do you believe you're being targeted in this way?
Well, Koli, I can't say. I don't think I'm the best or I'm in that position. But what I can confidently say is that, the NYDA has been doing exceptional work as it relates to youth development. We have received our 8th consecutive clean audit. So that on its own is an indicative on, the capacity and the sheer determination of our employees as it relates to good governance. So the whys, I don't think I'm at a position to say why that particular statement was released. However, at our level, we are definitely going to ensure that harsh measures will be taken against, one, the person who had released this statement falsely, but two, also with the media houses that would have run with the statement without, in fact, verifying the authenticity thereof.
Are you able or in a position to give us a sense of who may have concocted this false media statement then?
We are not aware of anyone. However, we also at the level of the board and the agency itself, because the statements are alleging fraudulent activities by the CEO. But I want to reaffirm that the agency has taken a zero-tolerance approach to fraud and corruption, and the board is consistent in that regard. So in line with the various prescripts and policy legislation that is currently in place, we do encourage, the public as well as employees to then bring forward whatever claims that they have as it relates to fraud and corruption that they are alleging against any official, anonymously, of course. And through a process, we will then ensure that such apologies for that such allegations are tested.
Okay, and perhaps as a final question to you, just so we're clear, the board is completely satisfied with the work of its CEO right now, and all the claims that are being made under this false statement that you are here disputing, are you saying that nothing of the sort is being investigated or any complaint of the sort has come to you about the CEO?
What we're saying, Xoli, is that where there are such allegations, there is a process that one needs to follow. It's like, when someone wants to come into your house, Xoli, and they want to come in get back door or via a window, you will then advise the person that no, there is a door that you can enter into. And so on the same breath, should there be any allegations that are leveled against not just the CEO but any official at the agency, there are processes that one must follow insofar as reporting those allegations. And once that process has ensued, then we will then at the level of the board receive advice as to what then becomes a process of investigation and the likes. So at this point, we have not received a formal complaint against any of the officials as it relates to the process that I've just outlined.
Asanda Luwaca is the chairperson of the NYDA board. Thank you very much for your time.